Now joining us in the loft, as I have mentioned, is Cape Town's most loved reggae band, the Rivertones. Now, can be seen playing regularly at the V&A waterfront and occasionally performing for the government of Madagascar. Today, we're chatting to founding member Roland Naya, who performed from the age of 12 years old and even played alongside Bob Marley's band, the Wailers. Welcome to the loft.
Palisa, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Now, Roland, there's just so much to unbank with you. There's so much to talk about. But I want to start up at the absolute beginning of your journey. You started to fall in love with reggae music at the age of 12 years old. Since then, you are a force to be reckoned with. You've got your own band. But how did this love for music start? And how has it progressed over the decades?
Yeah, thanks, Palisa, again. I come from a musical family. I grew up listening to jazz. That's my vibe. But I think the turnaround when I was 12, I became aware of let's say, the political landscape in South Africa.
Yeah.
And immediately, if you get that, it was very easy to resonate with reggae music. And then Bob Marley was singing what we were going through, what we were feeling. And therefore, my own sort of reggae journey started. And to answer the second part of your question, I mean, I've been trying to stay relevant. I think the big thing is by just being topical. I'm writing songs for a time and, for what's relevant and for what's happening. Obviously now, for this time we're going through, there's so much to write about. Yeah. And that's been the journey.
I'm so grateful that you've already started to speak about the writing process and what truly goes into the music. You speak from a place of truth, you write from a place of honesty, and I feel like there's just so much to unbank when it comes to the literal lyrics of your music. Where do you draw that inspiration from?
Inspiration for me, mostly, I think we live in a beautiful country. So many different layers to it, and it's quite easy to find different reasons for finding inspiration. And then I'm surrounded by, amazing family, my happy, beautiful family. I get inspiration from that. And then life, every day I'm looking around to see what I need to write about. And that's changing all the time, also based on mood and how I feel. And sometimes I've been through dark times in my life and I've written dark songs. I'm in a happier place now, so I'm writing differently. Rainbow Nation, the song which we're going to perform later, it's about how I felt with my feeling very patriotic about South Africa. But the biggest source of inspiration, I think, the Almighty God.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
beautifully said. I mean, when you speak about your music, you also speak with passion. So I definitely see that you're not just in it for the quick buck. You are in it for truly telling an authentic, organic story.
Yeah, certainly. There's never, ever been, question as to why we do this. Yeah. The guys that work with me in the band know we're driven by... I think it's a great task to be able to share your music. We share it around Cape Town 5-6 nights a week, and you get to, see other people smile. It's an important task.
And boy, have you shared your music. You shared it all the way to the shores of Madagascar. I mean, you got called on by the government of Madagascar, who requested you to perform throughout the island on different awareness campaigns and concerts. Tell us about that. How do you, first of all, even get that phone call?
Oh, Palisa, you get me so excited. I'm back there in Madagascar.
All over again.
Yeah. Now, Madagascar was really special because generally when you tour internationally and that, it's just about the shows and rocking people and that vibe. Madagascar was so different. I got a chance to work with underprivileged kids. Okay. We traveled throughout the island with NGOs, with the government, raising awareness for human rights issues, Greenpeace. So that was the different spin on how we would tour normally. And I got to see these beautiful children and all they want to do is play an instrument. And Madagascar for me was very, very special. And I realized as an artist, you probably have a stronger voice than politicians with their long drawn-out speeches. People want to listen to you, and it's important for artists. I think if you're listening now as an upcoming artist, that's an important take on what we have, the gift of music and art.
Absolutely. Music truly is a universal language, something that everyone can identify with and kind of jam to as well. And that's what you've done. You have performed across the world, multiple different countries. You've also been able to touch the souls and huge audiences of 75,000 people, also performing alongside the Wailers and Bob Marley's band. Tell us about that, being able to travel, perform, and now COVID came. It kind of threw a whammy and kind of deleted all of that. How have you been able to find your way?
I think, Palisa, the important thing, I want to start with the second part of your question. With COVID, things have really changed. You know, we, as artists, so many of my friends have really struggled. And certainly so many switches have been turned on in our heads as well. But we're stronger for this, and we're picking up the pieces.
Yeah.
Soon, you know, I think we'll be burning bigger fires. And the traveling, that's been great because I realize everywhere in the world, we're so connected with the same things. Like people love reggae music. I'm a reggae ambassador.
Yeah.
People love reggae music everywhere in the world. In the early days, like you mentioned, playing up with in Ellis Park, you know, there was 70,000 people up in Jersey. It was fantastic, a huge experience. Working with the Wailers was massive. And yeah, I'm just so thankful. It's the Almighty God again.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, we have you throughout the show. And also, this gentleman did not come alone. He came with his incredible band members. And we're going to be putting them to the task in the kitchen. In fact, Chef Dumi is already on standby with Henry. So we're definitely looking forward to that. And we've got a whole lot of music coming up. So do not move a muscle of Mzansi. Absolutely. We're going to hear that beautiful voice, those tunes in a bit. But for now, let's head over to the kitchen with Dumi.